Fighters, today we're going to talk about getting eyeballs and how everything we do and everything we don't do tells a story, sends a message. So I think I've told this story before in the past here at some point. I've told it so many times, but I thought it was worth revisiting because it just confirms, or it makes the point of what I just said, that everything sends a message, everything tells a story, okay? So it was several years ago, and I was driving down the road where I used to live outside of Chicago, and I saw a cleaning and restoration company vehicle. It was a really nice truck, great branding, great company identity and all that stuff, brand identity. And what do? They clean homes, right? That's cleaning and restoration is what it said. So they deal with like smoke damage and they, water damage and all those different things, whatever. So what was it that sent a story to me that made me write this down one day and actually am here talking about it? Guys, the guy driving the truck, so they're at a stoplight. I pulled up to the stoplight kind of right on to the left of him, behind him, and I kind of scooted up, and the truck caught my image or my eyes, and I'm like, man, that's a nice fucking truck. They got a great. I'm always into that shit. I love when contractors just have punchy, unique branding. The name of the company was really unique. It wasn't just like Bob's Cleaning Service. I'm not going to tell you what the name was, but anyway, the dude driving, as I pulled up next to him and I looked over, was chain smoking. Okay, sitting in the truck, just slurping down cigarettes. There's a carton of cigarettes sitting in the dashboard, okay, under the windshield there. And he was smoking so much that, we were at this light. It was a long light. He probably, I don't know, it was at least 2 cigarettes, maybe a third fucking cigarette was lit by the time the light turned green, all right? Now, to be fair, he was finishing the first one when I got there. So, but I noticed this shit, all right? You would swear he was standing against a wall with a blindfold on in front of a bunch of guys with rifles, okay? Like your last smoke before a firing squad. And this great marketing and this great brand identity was wiped out by the bad marketing of an employee appearance, okay? Think about that for a second, right? I'm sitting there going, all right, they're a cleaning and restoration company. I just had a bunch of smoke damage, fire damage, and then I see the company truck of a company who fixes that shit, and you would think on the other end of fixing stuff like that, the house wouldn't smell like smoke. My initial thought was, great, you're going to come in, you're going to clean my house, get rid of the smoke smell, and the whole time I'm just going to smell the aftertaste of your cigarette smoking crew, okay? So, sending a wrong message. I want you to just think about that for a second. Second one, same day, literally the same day. It was carpenter's truck. It was a carpentry company. Again, great brand identity. And what the fuck did he have on the back of his truck? No, it wasn't the naked lady silhouettes hanging down as the mud flaps. Okay, it was some totally dark and wicked, like all these stickers of like all these death metal bands and shit like that. All right. Now, guys, to be fair, I'm into heavy music. I'm a drummer, played drums for over 40 years, did studio work. I gigged 5-6 nights a week for many years, played in metal bands, played funk and blues and rock and you name it. I'm into it. Okay. Here's the problem I had with it. And maybe it was his favorite bands and all that. That's cool, right? Maybe it was his own fucking band for all I know. Maybe it was his own art that he created. I don't know, but there were all these stickers. And I'm talking like, and I'm not some prude here, but I'm looking at it through the eyes of a prospective customer. That's what you have to understand here. I looked at it and there were some things that could be taken as offensive, inappropriate. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. So my first thought when I saw all these stickers was, well, at least it wasn't a set of those artificial balls hanging off the trailer hitch. Like that would have been probably the only worst thing, right? So guys, the point of all this is I notice stories, and so do your prospects, okay? Your potential clients notice this shit too. These companies probably do really good work. The people driving were probably really good people, okay? Maybe the owner of the company, maybe employees, it doesn't matter to me, okay? But there were 2 stories being told. The first story was of two solid companies with a clean image, the type you'd feel good about rolling the dice and hiring, right? You see that you take a picture of the truck in traffic and you call them, you look them up online, whatever. The second story being told, think of the chain smoker and the metal guy. That story was telling that my home might smell like smoke after it's cleaned, and that the heavy metal music will probably be cranked up loud when my kid is trying to nap if they're working in my house. Okay? Those are potential stories. And there's a bunch of other ways we can go with that. So guys, let's be clear. I know a lot of really good people who smoke. I know a lot of good people who love hard rock music, death metal, all that shit. I don't judge that. Okay? However, my key takeaway for you is that you are always sending a message. You are always telling a story. The way your trucks look, the way you park, where you park. You set up a little shop area on your job site, the way the appearance of yourself or your employees or whatever. Do you have bedhead? Do you brush your fucking teeth? We could go on for days about all these things. Guys, there's enough things working against us as contractors, all right? Don't sabotage all the marketing that you're trying to do and the branding you're trying to do by unintentionally sending or telling the wrong stories. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.